is the mouth, right? That's where it starts. See, this is why you should know that you shouldn't be eating no peanuts, no peanut butter, because your body can't digest it. I know what you say. It tastes good. We just talked about that. Your body can't digest peanuts. That's why when you go have a bowel movement, and you know, black people look because we want to make sure ain't nothing else coming out. You see peanuts in the stool, right? Because your body never digests it. Here's an experiment. If you don't believe what we're saying, here's an experiment. Anything that the body can digest, it will digest it in the mouth. You chew gum. Some of y'all chew gum all day. You start at 8 o'clock, chew gum all through the day. Your mouth can't do nothing with the gum. So that should tell you, common sense should tell you, nothing else in here can either. You understand what I'm saying? So now, take some peanuts, don't chew them, just sit them in your mouth, and see, does your saliva start to digest the peanuts? What's going to happen is it's going to digest the salt off the peanuts, or the honey or whatever it's in, and then the peanuts will stay in your mouth all day and never be digested. Now, take that, put a piece of bread in your mouth or a cracker, put it in your mouth, don't chew. And your saliva will melt the cracker and then eventually slide down your throat. So if the mouth can't do nothing with it, then neither can the rest of the digestive system. So you eating peanut butter and peanuts and you killing yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So we start in the mouth, then the esophagus. Now, if I misspell something, don't blame the nation. I did go to public school, all right? Now, it takes 6 seconds to get from the mouth to the esophagus. Y'all got that? Real quick. Then you go to the stomach. The food is in the stomach for 3 to 5 hours. And the stomach actually churns the food, turns the food over while it's mixing digestive juices in it. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So then, from there, it goes to the small intestines. Let me look at my chart real quick, because all this information you can get. But I'm trying to show you the science of what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches and why he told us to only eat 1 meal a day. Here we go. So now, the small intestines, the food is in there from 8 to 12 hours. And the large intestine is 12 to 16 hours. Now, that's 1 meal. Y'all got that? Yes, 1 meal in your body, no matter what you do, it takes anywhere from 24 to 36 hours to digest 1 meal. Y'all with me? Now, this also depends on what you eat. Because if you eat a lot of fatty foods, a lot of greasy food, it's going to take longer. Y'all got that? So now, why would you put 5 in 24 hours when only 1 can fit or pass through in 24 hours? So let me break this down. If we're eating 5 meals a day, that's 35 meals a week. That's 35 meals a week. Most of y'all only have 3 bowel movements. Some of y'all have less. 3 bowel movements, but you ate 35 times. So that means in 1 week, there's 32 meals where? Still somewhere inside of your body. You understand what I'm saying? So now, let's break it down and see where these 5 meals would be by the time you go to sleep. Y'all with me? So now, meal number 1, if you ate it at 8 o'clock, it would be in the large intestine by the time you go to sleep. Meals number 2 and 3 at 12 and 3 o'clock would be in the small intestine by the time you went to sleep. Meals number 4 and 5, by the time you went to sleep, would still be in the stomach. Then you go to sleep and the whole body shuts down except the brain. Your body is like saying, what the hell is going on? This man is eating 5 times a day. So then you start having these crazy dreams, right? You start having these crazy dreams. You go to sleep. You wake up, and then this is what you hear. Your stomach is like, and now you think, hey, I'm hungry. You're not hungry. When you went to sleep, the food was still in your stomach from the night before. And when you wake up and the system start all over, then the body starts to digest the food that has rotted in your stomach the whole night. You understand what I'm saying? So you got this bad breath that you can't get rid of. You brushing your teeth, gargling mouthwash, and you like, and it still stink. Then you go to the bathroom. Can I get a chair? You got to be graphic when you're dealing with black folks. See, when you eat like this, it leads to what you can put it right there. No, I don't want it to be, yes, sir, right there. So now, when you eat like that, it leads to what you call constipation. Constipation, like if you eat 35 times a week and you have 3 bowel movements, make no doubt about it, you are constipated. You understand what I'm saying? If you go to the bathroom, you sit down on the toilet, and you like this. You got 5 books, a dictionary, all kind of stuff, right? 5 magazines, Source, Jet, Ebony, Essence, right? And a movie. And you on the toilet like, oh, right? You breathing hard. You got to hold your leg up. Some of y'all take all your clothes off just to go to the bathroom. You strip down butt naked just to sit on the toilet. Some of y'all got to rock back and forth. Your mama said, boy, you have a problem? Rock back and forth. You on the toilet, sweating, rocking back and forth, watching the movie, reading the Vibe magazine. Come on. Now, but see, since everybody is living like that, you don't think there's nothing wrong with it. And you all laughing, so I must be hitting the nail on the head. But now, if having a bowel movement is natural, and it is, then why is there so much pain and stress involved? It is because we're doing something that's unnatural to ourselves. Let me give you an example. When you go urinate, you don't have a problem unless you have kidney stones or unless you have an STD, unless there's something wrong, right? If everybody in this room is breathing, which is natural, but none of us are even considering the fact that everybody's breathing because it's happening so naturally. But if somebody was in here like, then you'll be looking like, damn, something is wrong, right? Because what is natural, he's going through all of this just to do what's natural. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Having a bowel movement is natural. But if you're going through all that stress, taking your clothes off, breaking a sweat, cussing people out, right? Something is wrong. You may want to go to the doctor. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that you should eat, or we should eat, 1 meal a day between the hours of 4 and 6. Because it takes the body a day to deal with 1 meal. Y'all understand what I'm saying? See, once those muscles in the stomach wear out, that's it. Your life is over with. You never heard anybody talking about, well, we're going to give him a stomach transplant. It's no such thing. So now, Abdul, can you come up here? This is my son. He's going to help me out. Let me see. Put your bow tie right here. Hold this bag open. Hold both of them. Like that. Okay. Now, and I brought my blender so we can digest this food real quick. So now you wake up in the morning at 8 o'clock, like we see on the board, right? And at 8 o'clock, you roll to McDonald's and you get you a big breakfast or some pancakes and eggs, right? And you get you a coffee. Hold on. Right? This is 8 o'clock. You rolling in McDonald's. Now, that's meal number 1. Hold it, don't let it fall. That's meal number 1, right? You know, the bread starts to rise in your stomach because it wasn't cooked all the way anyway, right? That's why we don't eat pancakes. You cook it 3 seconds on one side, 3 seconds on the other side. It's not done, right? Then it's 12 o'clock, right? It's lunchtime, right? Breakfast is wearing off. You roll to McDonald's again. You get you a extra value meal, quarter pounder, Somebody's mad. He gonna blend that in the blender? Yes, I am. You get you a quarter pounder, and you get you a drink, right? I don't know if this is gonna blend, but we're gonna try. Let's see. And you eat that. And you like, man, that's fire. I love McDonald's. You licking your fingers, right? And then that goes in. You ain't had a bowel movement in the last 3 days. Right? So now, you at work, you feeling the vibe of the hamburger wearing off, you get you a snack. You like, man, I brought some Flaming Hots. And you know, these are made, y'all know these made in a laboratory, right? Y'all know that, right? Y'all know they put MSG in it, right? Monosodium glutamate, the same thing that when you go to the Chinese food restaurant, same thing. That stuff they got on the stove and they sprinkle on your food. MSG is a drug that makes the food addictive. So this is why you, especially the children, they wake up in the morning, hit the alarm clock, bam, looking for their Flaming Hots. And they on their way to the bathroom, ain't brushed a single tooth. Put their Flaming Hots down, brush their teeth, get dressed, eating the Flaming Hots on the way to work, on the way to school. Thank you, sir. Right? Then, when they get to the end of the bag, they drink the crumbs and lick their fingers. That's because it is addictive. That's why you just can't eat one. So you at work, you killing the Flaming Hots, right? And you say, well, you know, man, I got to get some water because I got to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? So you got you a water. You think you doing something. Man, I'm drinking water now, right? I ain't going to get sick. Now, you know you ain't going to not eat the whole bag. Hold on. You already know that. You're not going to save none for anybody. So this is meal number 3. It's just a snack. Just some Flaming Hots, right? Y'all see that red dye? Okay, that's meal number 3. Now, what time is it? It's 6 o'clock. Flaming Hot's wearing off, right? So you go to Popeyes. Now, y'all know Popeyes just had their anniversary the other day, right? And they were selling 8 pieces of chicken for $4.99 on Tuesday. And I'm driving down the street in Chicago, and traffic is blocked. And I'm wondering, like, what's going on? Is it a funeral? Is the mayor over there? What's going on? It was just a Popeyes. And the traffic was all the way down Stony. Now, I don't know how it's going to work with these bones, but we're going to do it anyway. So you got you some chicken. We may have to do these 2 at a time. You got you a large Sprite, right? Whatever you got. You in Popeyes. Now, we're going to have to finish the meal in just a second. Oh, that's just phase 1. That goes in. How does it smell? Okay, hold on. We got to get the mashed potatoes. The mashed potatoes at Popeyes are made with lard, just so you'll know. So now, this is how we've been taught to eat. This is why, even though the body is made to live 1,000 years, it takes us about 50 to destroy the greatest creation of God, which is the human body. Now, there's a turtle in Chicago. A turtle in Chicago at the Shed Aquarium that's about 172 years old. How did the turtle live to be 172? And you can't make it to 72. A parrot, I believe it is, lives about 90 years. The American box turtle lives about 100 years. You got trees that are 200, 300 years old. But we can't make it to 50. And we're the greatest creation of God. That happens sometimes when you eat food, it gets clogged up. Okay, let's see. We're almost done. 7. We're almost finished. Now, what time is it? It's 10 o'clock. You watching BET. You feeling drowsy already because you got all this poison in you, right? So you got some cookies and you got some ice cream, right? Hold on. Now I know for the Muslims, it's bean pie and ice cream. We do have a bean pie. We're not going to put it in the blender. Thank you. You at home watching BET, out of water, so you got to drink Sprite. Now, what I'm showing y'all, you know that this is how people eat for real. What I'm showing you is not an exaggeration. This is how people eat for real. A 2 liter? Please. I'm just telling you, like when I was in high school, a 2 liter, that was with dinner. A whole 2 liter. I like grape though, not Sprite. So now, this is 10 o'clock. This is meal number 5. Now, then you go to sleep, right? Now, here's what I want to do, because you need to understand, this is what we're doing. Let me see this. Can you imagine doing this every day for 365 days? This is 1 day's worth of food. And what I'm going to do is we're going to pass it around so you can feel it and so you can smell it. The sisters never want to smell it. I don't know why. So can we pass that through the audience? Let them smell it too, bro. They got to smell it. They got to see how it smells. If it smells like what happens when people go to the bathroom, it's not an accident. It is not an accident. That's 1 day, that's right. That's 1 day, 24 hours. This is what we're doing to ourselves. See, this is the benefit of what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches. Because when we live like that, we died at an early death. We had sickness and disease, which we're going to close it out, dealing with some of these diseases that come from eating like this. And then after that, it's going to be a wrap. But I need everybody to smell it, everybody to hold it. While y'all passing that around. If we eat 35 meals a week, and you multiply that by 52 weeks in a year, that's about 1,820 meals in 1 year that we eat. Now, if you have 3 bowel movements a week, right? In a year, that's only 156 bowel movements. Let me say it again. 1,820 meals a year, 156 bowel movements a year. So that means somewhere inside of us, there's 1,664 meals still inside of us. All of that waste inside the body leads to sickness and disease. Y'all understand what